All right, youngest. So I want to go over this budget for you, or with you to help you see like how this all comes together. By now, you should have your income source or list some type of income, and we put the income up here. All right, you can see on this side, like in this case, this person gets paid bi-monthly or semi-monthly, which means twice a month. Okay. So on the 1st and the 15th, and then this is how much they get paid, the amount. Again, this is after taxes are taken out. This is the actual cash that they get. Put the total for the month, and again, what it is semi-monthly. So just as you listed the examples of expenses or your own expenses, whoever's depending on who's watching this, and you listed your expenses and you want to put the actual amount and the due dates of the expenses. Now, some expenses you just spend randomly, like of course you may go to the grocery store on the 10th or whatever. Just for grocery, I like to put just semi. I'll talk about that. But I'm gonna walk through each expense category. So this category we know are the expenses that are constant. They're every month. A lot of these are necessities in a sense, but there's your rent, your cell phone. In this case, we have a Roth IRA, internet, and savings. Okay, Roth IRA is a type of retirement account for those who don't know. And this is how much this person is contributing to each of those each month, and these are the dates that they pay into those. They have a total amount of 1350 that comes out for the month. Okay, make sure you put your due dates. Same thing happens for variable. The difference is you have something called semi. So this person is saying every time I get my paycheck or twice a month, I spend $225 on grocery. Twice a month, I spend $75 on my beauty items. They spend $75 on household items on the 18th of the month and transportation, $155 on the 17th of the month. When you total that, because we have to double the 225 and the 75, you get 830. That's just for the monthly total. So the same thing will apply down here. The reason why this is 120 because 35 times 2 is 70 and 25 times 2 is 50. 70 plus 50 is 120. So you list all your choice expenses and debt. And remember the definitions of these and you list your items in the category that fits. Make sure you have the due dates and then the actual amounts and you put those in right here. Okay? Okay, let's go to the other part. So here is we're going to transfer that. You see, it's color coded for a reason. It's color coded for a reason. So you have your fixed, variable, choice, and debts. Again, at the top, we put our monthly net income, the monthly. Now we separate it every few weeks. We separate it every few weeks. Well, the two first 2 weeks of the month and the third and fourth week of the month, because again, this person gets paid semi-monthly, so twice a month. So we know two paychecks are coming. So we have one paycheck here at 1720, one paycheck here at 1720. Okay. The monthly total right here, where did we get these numbers from? Well, we got them from, of course, over here. 1350, 830, 590, 120. Again, so you can see a broader view of what's happening with your money and how much you're spending a month. Really, this is in this case right here, how much this person needs to live and survive, right? This is and they still have $550 left. So it's a pretty good amount of money to have left over after you got to think this person's still paying their debts. They're paying their debts. They have a whole nother they have a retirement account, they have a savings. So this is a pretty healthy when you look at it that way budget here where they still have 550 remaining. Okay. Now, if you want to break that down within 2 weeks, um, you get paid on the first, right? So day one through day 14, the first 2 weeks of the month. How does the money look though? Well, they get paid 1720, but their fixed total is actually the entire for the month on that part of the first 2 weeks of the month. So 1350. The variable total is 300. So why is it just $300 between day one to day 14? Well, this is why we listed the dates. So let's go through it. From day one through day 14, there's only two payments coming out for a variable expenses for two items, grocery and beauty. Remember, grocery and beauty would count both sides of the month because it says semi. So when it's semi, you count it for both sides of the month, both paychecks, if you will. So 225 plus 75 is $300. So between day one and day 14, $300 is coming out for grocery and beauty. That's where that's coming from. Now, choice expenses, same thing is applying. $60 is coming out. 35 plus 25 is 65. Okay. If you notice the due dates for the debt expenses, there no this in this case, in this example, there's nothing coming out between day 1 to day 14. So that first paycheck, in this case, in this example, this person is not paying on their debts. Okay. They paid on the second paycheck of the month. So, but when you subtract all that from the paycheck, because remember they get paid 17.20, let's say on the first, they only have $10 remaining. Okay. So just $10 remaining on the first half of the month, guys. Very normal. Very, very normal. And we know the first half of the month is when people are paying like their bills, their one of their highest bills, which is like rent or mortgage. So $10 remaining. But that's okay, because look at the second half of the month. Let's go down here. When they get the second paycheck for 17.20, they have no fixed expenses. Why is that? Well, if we go to fixed expenses, none of the dates are between the 15th and the 31st. So all the fixed expenses were already paid on the first check. However, they have every variable expense on this side of the month because again, remember grocery and beauty counts twice on both sides of the month, and then they have household items they pay on the 18th and transportation. When you add that up, you get 530. Okay. Then choice expenses 60 again. The debts, they decided to pay their debts on this side of the month at 590. So they pay all of their debts. Yep. 15th through the 31st. You see, all those due dates are between the 15th and 31st. You add them up, you get 590. But they have 540 remaining. Pretty solid. So you see, and that makes sense. 540 plus 10 is 550 remaining. Okay. So I hope this makes sense. This is if you definitely get paid semi-monthly. You can of course set this up if you get paid bi-weekly too. It kind of should hit the same. You maybe have to change the dates over to make it apply for when you get paid. But this is the example here, and I hope you get it. Let me know if you have any questions, and I hope that this works for you and your budget. Bye bye bye.